Burning Man has canceled a $100,000 a night Fyre Festival style experience. So good for Burning Man. I'm going to take you through what the experience was that was promised by this so-called Humano tribe and what Burning Man's issues were with it. So first, a price list for Humano's camp at Burning Man was 2018, obtained by Mashable, who reported on this, Chris Taylor, shows accommodation starting at $25,000 for a 160 square foot single Bedouin tent with minibar and AC, so air conditioning on the playa, which gets really warm. Prices go all the way up to $100,000 for a moon village with 2 bedrooms, a private bathroom, a quote, super powerful AC, which is a 4-time markup for that super powerful AC. That's on top of a quote, tribal fee of $2,000, the cost of quote, again, initiation.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in
Cenk's
here.
already.
No,
Yeah.
I'm ready, not guilty, okay?
Oh my God.
And if I ain't going to the desert without AC. By the way, that's why I haven't gone to the desert. Because I don't
He's
have
also
that
not
kind of
going
money.
to the desert without AOC.
Oh,
If
okay.
Chrissy Teigen can invite her to the Grammys, we can invite her to Burning Man.
Right, if I was gonna go, sure I would invite her. But I am amused by this single Bedouin tent with air conditioning, because that's how the Bedouins roll.
Maybe this is me being overly cynical, but if I'm like looking at that and I'm like 25,000, I got the tent, I got the TV, I got the AC, oh good, okay. Set up, I'll be comfortable. Wait, for 100,000 super powerful AC, what kind of BS are they giving me? What, it's not super powerful? Am I gonna be hot? Why am I spending $25,000?
Well, that's what they want you to think, so you get the $100,000 one.
Per night?
No.
No, for the experience, for the however
Yeah,
long
let's
it is
be fair.
experience.
That's reasonable then. You can buy you a
To be
home
clear.
in many parts of the country, but
None of us combined have that kind of money. I'm just saying, if I did have that kind of money, I'd want AC in the desert. Okay, now, but they are guilty on other things, so let's keep going.
Here is the post that Humano put up on their website, kind of showing you the brand new double maximum comfort Arctic cocoon. 4 cocoons are involved.
So we bring the Arctic to the desert. Why? Because we're rich and we can.
Well, I mean, it has a beautiful wooden lotus-shaped structure with wooden doors, sound and climate insulation. I kind of want to see if we have some Price is Right music. I should have planned ahead. Perfect place to escape from all the madness, which that is the opposite of how people at Burning Man present Burning Man. The madness. 1 full bedroom with 2 king-size beds and ergonomics, mattress and fresh linens, and a whole lot more, including 2 electric bikes, towels,
oh good.
and a Humano kit. Humano. I'm not sure what that means.
Okay.
I hate the entire world.
Okay, so
I hate everything about our species.
But if you think Burning Man is madness and you'd like to escape the madness, why did you go? Why did you go in the first place?
So it has been banned. It has been banned, and I've spent a lot of time today reaching out to my burner friends and trying to figure out what exactly it is at Burning Man. Because last year we covered a story about a guy who ran into the Burning Man and died, and I was callous on a Pop Trigger, and that's why Pop Trigger was canceled.
Fake news. Okay.
Stylog mocked some clogs, and we just could not abide that.
Yeah.
But no, so
We feel bad for him, but don't run into fires.
don't run into fires. We do feel bad for it, but essentially this group, the tribe Humano, the Humano tribe, had a history of there's 10 principles of Burning Man that are essentially add to the experience, be generous, do good to other people, and don't take from the experience, and don't essentially set up a hotel on the playa, as it's called. So here's what happened in previous iterations of Humano's Burning Man going experience. They said private toilets were supposed to save the $100,000 tier guests from the indignity of using the event's many public porta potties.
Not guilty.
However, I totally get it. However, Burning Man sources say Humano arrived with PVC piping that did not properly connect to its toilets. That led to what is euphemistically termed black water leaking into the playa, which is the venue, or essentially the desert, which is about as much of a health hazard as you can get.
Finally, guilty.
Yes.
Yes, that's definitely guilty.
Humano's brochure claimed that its private chefs would focus on raw and organic ingredients from, quote, local farms, despite the fact that it's a frickin' desert in the middle of nowhere, and there are no farms local to the Black Rock Desert.
Okay, so are rich people stupid? Because like we have this mythology that the rich earned it and they're the greatest and the most successful, etc. They don't know that there are no local farms in the desert. And they're like, oh my God, I can't wait for the raw organic food from that I will enjoy in my Arctic cocoon in the middle of the desert. So people are buying this?
So here is what, John, what do you think about Burning Man?
What, like about this
wanna know.
specifically or all of it?
As I'm preparing the stories, I'm like, what does John actually think about Burning Man?
I almost don't understand anyone ever having the impulse to leave their home at all. For any reason, especially to go really far away to an uncomfortable situation. I watched part of that Fyre Fest, one or both, I don't know. I found them both unbearable. The idea that you would have to pay me $100,000 to go to the Fyre Festival. But I will say, the fact that I so fundamentally cannot understand that part of it. I don't know so much about the rest of Burning Man. I don't know that much about it or what is done. Is for the first time in my life, I'm thinking maybe I should go to either Burning Man or Coachella just to see what is good about it.
So those are wildly different things.
They are, I know, but maybe I have to do both because the whole thing seems absurd to me.
Yeah, I have never agreed with John more than I do today. So I never even considered going Coachella, Burning Man. I don't know what they're burning. Okay, but I want to be super clear. I'm totally in favor of both of them. And I love that we live in a country where people get to enjoy them and to have the freedom and it seems like they're wonderful, decent people and they're decent to one another and creating a culture of decency.
Yes.
And part of why they banned this, and it sounds wonderful, I just don't want to leave my couch.
Yeah.
It's not for me, it's for other people. If you like the Black Rock Desert and going to porta potties with other dudes, have at it, Hoss. That's why we live in a free country.
Well, let me say one other thing. Just because, and I know you're gonna hate this example, but I don't go to a lot of concerts, but I went to a Beyonce concert. And at no point during the Beyonce concert was like, this is fun, but I wish I was really sweaty right now. Like I wish there was sun right in my eyes as I was listening to Beyonce.
No, I don't even like concerts. I don't even know what they do at Burning Man. I know at Coachella they do concerts. I'm out.
I know there's a philosophical aspect and a sort of getting back to nature and all that, and I'm sure the drugs really help. I'm sure of it. But I don't get it.
One of the reasons that they were banning this specific group is because they want folks to go have a creative outlet to go and build stuff and express themselves and really share and contribute. And these are referred to as turnkey camps that are more exclusive. Like you say exclusive, like people are attracted to that because it's really cool. But excluding people is a very non-Burning Man thing.
Okay.
This was like a course correction they issued saying, listen, we've been very wary of these kinds of things over the last few years popping up. There is a amazing Reddit thread that you need to check out that's like, please don't let Humano come back. Don't place them, where you learn such amazing shorthand as bros and sparkle ponies, Borg, and certain tents known as the Opulent Temple and Slut Garden.
Okay, come on, but let's be fair. Who doesn't want to be in the Opulent Temple?
I know, it sounds
sounds
great,
pretty good.
But they're referred to as
there.
so what I observe happening is there are people from Silicon Valley who suddenly have a lot of money and are kind of ruining it because they're the ones who don't want to get off their couch, but they also don't want to miss out, and they show up. And I say, after much thought, because Burning Man to me sounds like the worst experience, but my favorite people love it. And to reconcile that, I had to do this research to realize that my favorite people don't like the D-bags that are showing up and charging people $100,000.
I got you.
Okay,
so we might be Bernie bros, but we're not burning bros. That's what we've decided today. But look, last thing on this is, I'm not in the eat the rich camp. So if the rich want to enjoy things that the rest of us don't have and it doesn't hurt anyone else, great, no problem at all. That's why half of this story I don't agree with. But the other half is the more important half. It's not just the black water and the leaking toilets. The number one rule of Burning Man is leave no trace. Their area leaves more stuff behind, more garbage behind than any other area. It is so rude and arrogant and unacceptable. Remember what I just said, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. And then they bring in apparently these giant trailers that park on other people's spots. It's again, arrogance and conceit in a way that is unbearable and does impinge upon other people's freedoms and rights, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I mean, how's that for an analogy? Where the rich bring in these giant tents and then they leak their toilet water on top of the rest of us, right? Maybe that's what they meant by trickle down.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.